Hello besties. We're here to stream Danganronpa V3. Let's just get right into it. Oh my god. Turn off the No More Heroes. Scott's Queen. Close that. Turn on the Danganronpa. We have Cole and we have John watching us. Woo! Woo! Danganronpa V3. That one. Hey, we don't have to do voice acting. Just get your popcorn, get your licorice. Let's do this.
I like it when all my friends are watching me, like Firewall, Gravity, William, John, Cole, Steven, Jesus, God, Zeus.
It's like, I'm Santa Claus and I'm his friend Jesus.
Santa Claus. I really like it when Poseidon watches me. I'm a big fan of Shiva. I like it when Shiva watches me. And Athena.
Mecha Shiva.
I really like it when Yadagarasu watches me.
Mecha Shiva.
I really like it when Jacob watches me, and Jacob, and also Jacob, and then other Jacob.
Mecha Shiva.
I really like it when like Callie and Marie watch me play.
Wow. I just list up all the amiibos that are just hanging loosely on my desk.
I really like it when Salt watches me play, and I really like it when the Pepsi Man watches me play, and also the guy that invented Powerade. Not like the mascot, but like, you know, the guy.
Where do you see the Pepsi Man?
In my head.
Is the Pepsi Man in this room as we speak?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's a Pepsi Man's favorite music genre?
Pop.
No, it's bubblegum pop.
That's not a genre.
It is.
No, it's not real.
Bubblegum pop is as real as vaporwave.
Nah, actually, vaporwave's a real genre. So.
Right, just like bubblegum pop.
No, bubblegum.
Do you know what bubblegum pop is?
No, I don't.
Oh, so it's not real because you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Liberal. Oh wait, I should have told you to conservative. I messed up the joke. We're playing Danganronpa.
That's such a like out of pocket response. I don't know. It's so I kind of want to. Personally, I'm thinking of leaning off of calling people a liberal. It feels like I'm saying a slur. By the way,
that's the craziest thing you've ever said.
I know. The worst part, right? The worst part is that's a Twitter argument right there.
That's like saying, guys, I don't feel like saying white boy anymore because I feel like we're oppressing white people.
Someone has popped a blood vessel hearing that. I'm sorry. I don't know. I get so aggressive when saying it, and I'm like, I don't think it's fun anymore. I think I'm just getting angry. You know?
I'm confused.
I don't know. Chapter 3 save point.
Okay, so this has more playtime on it.
Oh, okay.
But this one happened at a later date, so that's kind of confusing. I wonder why that is.
Wait, happened? It did, yeah, huh?
So, I guess we'll just boot this one up,
yeah,
and see what happens.
We shouldn't have to voice act. We shouldn't have to voice act.
We'll probably have to voice act a tiny bit or something.
No, there shouldn't be.
Oh, okay.
Right,
we won't have to voice act.
Look,
good.
2 people died, remember? When one of these...
Oh, I forgot the Tenko died. That sucks.
I was about to say, remember when one of these characters was really cool?
I forgot that Tenko died. That sucks. Tenko... Honestly, Tenko was growing on me very quickly. And then she died. That was pretty great. So, first let's look at our skills. I have a lot of slots. So let's see what we can work with here. I've got 11 points.
Odds.
There are skills in this game?
Yeah, skills that affect, like...
I'm gonna boost volume.
There's skills that affect things that happen in the class trial, like the amount of time that happens during, or the amount of time that you... The time limit that you get during like a given part of the class trial, or like whether a reticle will move fast or slow, or like whether a mechanic will be easier or harder to deal with, stuff like that. Reading all of them, they basically all do something like that. Also, some of them clash with others because there's like some of them have levels. So like extraordinary focus and menacing focus are like different levels of like the same effect, but menacing focus I think is more powerful. Or maybe extraordinary focus is more. So like you can't stack ones that do the same thing basically.
Also, there's upshift and downshift. One that makes the cursor go slower and one that makes it go faster.
Yeah. So, oh, that's actually what these are. These can be useful. The fact that you have to pay money to change mouse acceleration. Or sensitivity, rather. Is funny. Alright, what are the more expensive ones? Because they're typically a little better. Ones I can afford. The delay after using truth bowls or truth blades. What does that mean? Does that mean I can shoot more bullets or more blades at a time?
If you whiff, I guess like it doesn't take as long to recover.
Just don't whiff.
You just don't.
Makes the reticle shake less. I actually might like that. Increases the amount of influence recovered by right answers.
Oh wait. Okay, no, never mind. Like grayed out because you don't have them. Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any that you do have like on the bottom because of your social link shit?
I don't think I have any from the social link. I think they're just unlocked and ready to buy. Power of life and death. No, I want to be able to button mash. Removes the time penalty for breaking a non-erasable piece. Huh. That might actually be useful.
Don't forget to equip it.
Oh, I thought it would auto-equip, honestly. Okay. Letter cubes. I don't remember what Psych Taxi looks like.
Oh, I love Psych.
Isn't that the one where you get like Mario Kart blocks?
Yep, and you spell out a
So what does it mean by the amount of? Because oh,
amount of Mario Kart.
because they don't. Wait, let's just get it. I only have so many more points anyway, and I don't think that too many more of these will be all that interesting. Actually, should have gotten this one. Fuck. That's okay. All right, we're gonna be here for a minute. You know what I have to do. I have to review all the evidence. Victim is the ultimate art. The first victim is the ultimate artist, Anji Yanaga. The victim's body was discovered in the ultimate artist's lab. Time of death is approximately 2 a.m. The victim was killed by a fatal stab wound to the torso. Additionally, she has lacerations on her forehead. I actually forgot that. Oh, so she has cuts on her forehead, and Tenko was killed through her. No, it was killed through her neck. It's different. Second victim is the ultimate Aikido master, Tenko Chapashira. Victim's body was discovered in a vacant room on the 4th floor. Estimated time of death is 11 a.m. Victim was stabbed in the back of her neck, resulting in death. No other injuries. Okay. So, 2 a.m. for Angie. That's good to know because we actually didn't witness it. Tenko, though, like, we witnessed it. But it's good to know for reference that it happened at 11 a.m. that day. That's when we were taking part in the seance.
Midday.
According to Samugi, Angie had locked herself in the Ultimate Artist lab since yesterday, working on the ritual. She would not unlock the door unless someone from the student council asked her to, which include Gonta, Kibo, Himiko, Tenko, and Samugi. Although, Tenko was kind of in the hot seat in the student council because she was helping the enemy. The art lab's front door has a cylindrical lock. Monodam swallowed the only key, so it can only be locked and unlocked from inside the lab, unless, you know, Mr. Man unlocks it. Fucking baby Hitler. Before Angie's body was found, the door was locked, but Kokichi opened it by picking the lock. The back door has a sliding lock. When Angie's body was found, the sliding door was locked from the inside. The handle of the sliding lock moves at the slightest touch. Something golden shiny was on the handle. So they used the I mean, it's pretty clear that the katana was interacted with the lock in some way. To open it, to close it, who knows? Kokichi can lock and unlock the front door of the Ultimate Artist Lab with his lockpicking. I like how that's an evidence. Probably because I'm going to use it to be like, he could have unlocked and locked and then re-unlocked the door, so...
It could have been, you know, baby Hitler, please.
The 4 wax effigies that were created for the resurrection ritual. They are exact replicas of the late Rantaro, Kaede, Ryoma, and Kurumi. They were hung upside down from the ceiling beams in the Ultimate Artist's lab. Necronomicon exists in this world for some reason. It's a book Monokuma prepared as a motive. Angie attempted to carry out the book's resurrection ritual. The Necronomicon resurrection ritual. You prepare an effigy of the dead soul you wish to contact. Everyone may participate. The size and shape of the effigy is irrelevant. Make it out of whatever materials you wish. If it's not obvious who the effigy is supposed to be, label it with the name of the deceased. Well, that wasn't necessary. After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Caution, be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times. Then close your eyes and wait. You should feel a light tap on your back. If so, that means the ritual is a success. The ashes are only good for 1 use. The ritual can only be performed once, so use it wisely. Interesting little detail is that it says that you'll feel a light tap on your back, and oh, you know what? Never mind.
Thinking about Tenko.
Yeah, I remember when I thought that she was crushed by the statue at first, but I don't think the statue did anything to her, did it?
Not that we're aware of.
That weird sound that we heard was more likely the sound of the murder weapon just being thrown around at the bottom, or the murderer escaping through the bottom or something like that. Not the statue. It's one of those fucking things. Danganronpa does this to you, actually, and explains it. Like, there's an association that made an impression on me, and now I can't stop thinking about it a certain way. So I have to, like, destroy that association.
Moon logic?
Yeah, something like that. There's a forehead injury. Considering the laceration, the injury on the victim's forehead was not bleeding as much as it should. Huh? Oh, probably because the blood like dripped down onto the floorboards or something like that. Perhaps.
Well, her lab wasn't the spot that had the loose floorboards. Her lab was like tiled, wasn't it?
Go back to the forehead injury. Kinda, I guess.
Oh, that's right. This didn't. I'm thinking. See, I'm doing it again. I'm mixing up the fucking murders. That is kind of an interesting detail. I wonder why that is. It's possible that the body was moved after the murder, but where was she killed then to begin with? I mean, it would make sense for her to die in the art room. Maybe they got rid of some of the blood. Maybe they tried to stop the bleeding from the forehead. I have no idea. There's a bloody piece of duct tape stuck to her hair. This could be what they tried to stop the bleeding with. Or what she tried to stop the bleeding with? I don't know. Blood on it has already dried. The blood that was flowing from the back of Angie's neck created a pool.
They're trying to frame where she died, maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe to stop, because, you know, they want to stop the blood or whatever.
So they want them to think that it came from her forehead and not her neck? I don't know, we'll have to keep that in mind.
Well, her body, apparently, because Angie's the one, no, not Angie, fuck. Tenko's the one that had the back of the neck, and then Angie's the one that was, like, the body.
Are the Monokuma autopsies always reliable?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, yes, that they're...
I think the only thing they do is leave things out. There's only been like one time where there was a discrepancy with the time, I think. But I think it was because it was vague or something like that.
There's like a time frame with Ryoma, where I was like, it happened sometime between this time and this time, estimately, or something like that.
Right.
Look
well,
at
hang on. I just want to point out that it says the time of death is approximately 2 a.m. And Smoogie said that she locked herself in the her lab for a while. And there might be within somewhere here some testimony, or there might come up something in the trial about like, oh, this is the last time anybody saw Angie. And that time until 2 a.m. will probably be our time frame, and then we'll probably close it in as time goes on. So the time frame will reveal itself if it's not specific enough.
Well, I remember with Ryoma's, the Monokuma file specifically had like a time frame on it. I think the main character even like pointed out that this file has a specific time, where the last file had like a range.
Yeah, I think most of them are more vague. So I think the specific time is the exception rather than the rule.
Yeah.
So this katana was stabbed into the Kaede effigy. The katana is so old the handle's gold leaf rubs off easily. There was blood on the tip. And it was taken from the ultimate anthropologist's lab, so only the sheath was left in the display case. Anyone could have entered the lab. I wonder if there's blood in the sheath. Probably not.
Oh wait, if the gold leaf is off the handle, then that means the leaf on the lock could be from somebody handling the katana.
That's exactly
Instead
right.
of, like-
That's what it has to be that way.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
katana itself.
So the question is, why? I mean, the sheath was not used because why would you use it and then put it right back, but not the katana? Like, it would probably be easier to hide the evidence to sheath the katana and put it back with the sheath in the cupboard or the display case. So it's probably they left the sheath behind. They used the katana for the murder somehow, clearly, and they also used it to interact with the door in some way. And anyone could have done it. All right, the caged child. Jesus Christ. You need 5 people, including the spirit medium, a dark place with no light, draw the magic circle, pass down with a cut village. Spirit medium must place their forehead on the stone, curl up like a turtle. At the center, the other 4 make the following preparations: iron cage, white cloth, dog god, don't step on the magic circle, turn off all the lights, and your preparations will be complete. A little bit of a typo there. By the way, I played the Looker today and beat it, 100% of it.
You did?
Yeah. It only took like a couple or a few hours. It was a short game.
Yeah, it's just,
I loved it though.
it's the
fine.
one spot.
The seance will commence once all... And there actually is some cute little clever things amongst the fact that it just, made fun of the witness. It was a fun little game. Seance will commence once all 4 participants stand at the corners of the room. The 4 participants, not including the spirit medium, sing the song. And then ask, is the caged child blank? The spirit medium will reply with the voice of the spirit you have summoned.
Some more pictures, and then I think that's the last one is the song.
That's correct. A function that Mew added to Kibo is Kibo's flashlight function in his eyes. He could emit a blinding light from his eyes. He's got brights. Go back to your headlights, bud. Back to your low beams. The dog statue is a wooden statue that was put on top of the iron cage during the seance, 175 pounds. Shuichi, Kokichi, Kyo, and Himiko work together to put it and remove it from the cage. I don't know what the dog has to do with anything yet, honestly.
I mean, it was just a part of the seance, so I mean, it was on top of the sheet. It's a big weight, it makes it so Tenko can't leave.
Yeah, but I mean...
It's a part of the conditions of the murder.
I suppose. I just don't know how it's going to come up in the trial. If I'll ever use it as, like, real evidence. Speaking of the sheet, it was over the iron cage during the seance. It's very thick and cannot be seen through, and there's blood on the back around the middle of the sheet, but no hole in the fabric. Kyo was the one who placed the sheet over the cage and removed it off the cage. There's also a hole that was in the corner of the room the seance was held in. There's space on the floor so you can see what was dropped there. During the seance, there was a loud sound while it was completely dark. Yeah, that's the thing that I can't stop thinking about. The magic circle that was drawn with salt was drawn on the floor of the room where the seance was held. After Tenko's body was found, the magic circle was trampled upon. That made it impossible to check the original shape. It's interesting that this is a detail as well. I'm curious how that will apply to the trial. Yeah, I'm curious about that. The iron cage that Tenko was in during the seance, it's around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. No, I didn't really give it too much thought at the time, but that's pretty small.
Are you winning, son?
I'm
getting ready. I'm
Reading.
reading up on my matchup knowledge.
Oh, wow.
Shuichi and Kokichi placed this over Tenko. Himiko removed it. Tenko's blood was on the bottom of the cage. I'm guessing it's not very heavy. Maybe it was, though. Because, like, I think that Shuichi and Kokichi had a little trouble getting it, but Himiko seemed to take it off with ease. It wasn't even really mentioned. But maybe that's either a moot point or Himiko had better leverage on the floor somehow, or adrenaline. I don't know.
Said she could lift anything with her magic.
Yeah, it must have been the magic. Good point. The stone that was by Tenko's body during the seance, Tenko had been crouched over an iron cage with her forehead on the stone. Curious what that will do as well. Wonder if her putting pressure on the stone in some way affects this murder at all. Tenko died in a crouched position. The injury on the back of her neck was deep, but probably not enough to kill her immediately. Huh. I didn't really pick up on this before. It was not enough to kill her immediately. So, what does that mean? Does it mean that when she got stabbed, was like paralyzed or put into shock or something like that and wasn't able to like cry or act? Which is why she died silently, aside from that large crash.
That, or she's silly, and you know, even while she was dying, she's like, "No, I must let Himiko speak to Angie or something."
It's possible. The loose floorboard right below Tenko was not loose before the seance, and there was dried blood on the bottom part of the floorboard. One of the cross pieces that support the loose floorboard in the room the seance was held in has a portion that supports the floorboard was cut off. Only a portion. It wasn't broken naturally. It looks like someone had purposefully cut it. I wonder if they cut it with a sickle. Nah, a sickle couldn't cut through wood like that. The sickle that was under the floor of the room that seance was held in. The weapon came from the Ultimate Assassin's lab. Blade's about 6 inches and the blood was still wet. But there's dried blood under the floor. Well, that's interesting. This does seem to... So, these two things, alongside Tenko's last moments, Tenko definitely bled out over like a period of time, a short period of time. Like, she didn't die immediately. But why? It was quite far from where Tenko's blood was dripping. Oh, okay. While Kokichi was investigating the neighboring room from where the seance was held, he had stepped through one of the floorboards. That room also had a part of a cross piece cut off, the portion that supported the floorboard. Huh? That's weird. Well, I mean, I guess it's possible that the person was using those two rooms to get between, yeah. That's it. That's, in one way, it's an abundant amount of evidence, but on the other hand, I don't know who the fuck it is yet. So we're gonna find out. All rise. In session.
Now then, let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it.
Fucking, can we just talk about...
What?
Hang on, I have to let it spin around a little bit. His thing is smaller than everyone else's. Everyone else is like tall.
What, but Ryoma's like,
Yeah, Ryoma's like dead stand or whatever. Like everyone's is like the same height except for his, I feel. Oh, maybe not. That one's shorter.
Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Also, refusing to vote will result in your death, so you better vote for someone. Now, smiles, everyone! It's showtime! Let's get this crazy awesome trial underway!
Sorry, everyone. I don't think I'm gonna be much help this time. Because of Monokuma's disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, spaceman!
Shut up! I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Who did it? Who killed Angie and Tenko?
Uh-oh.
Do not let your emotions hasten your judgment.
She's
There
serious.
may be two killers.
Yeah, normally aloof Himiko. I will say, I would be very surprised if it was Himiko for either murder.
So, our other culprit might not be one of us here.
Hmm? What do you mean?
The transfer student. Maybe our resurrected transfer student dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
Stop it! Stop making stuff up!
Shaking.
Say something, Shuichi. It'll be a mess if this keeps going on.
Is it even possible for a revived corpse to be the culprit? Well, in the interest of being thorough, I should clear things up here.
Yes!
Oh yeah, it couldn't have been because they didn't follow the ritual correctly.
This crime was committed by the recently deceased. They came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates.
I love zombies, someone said.
So, ritual did work?
Gee, I wonder if it's this one. Covered by all the fucking pink words.
Please don't hit this one, please.
Oh, woo.
I don't think Angie's ritual succeeded.
What?
According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us, you have to burn the Necronomicon in the ritual.
Junji Ito ass Monokuma and all this shit in there.
Yeah. I love the enlarged eyeball. Yeah, I read this.
If Angie's ritual had succeeded, the book would have been gone.
So she must have been killed before the ritual was complete, since the book was still intact.
Or Angie couldn't read.
Then, going to think Rantaro probably not culprit.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Well, duh. There's no way a dead person could resurrect.
Now hold on a second. I can't let that comment stand. Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life. But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use the Necronomicon.
What are you talking about? There's no way that's possible.
He's quaking.
But it's true.
I'm tweaking.
I never lie about motives.
Daddy said so he can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally possible.
Man, I can't believe you guys wasted such a perfectly good motive.
What are you gonna do, Monokuma? Bring your sons back to life?
You should have let me use it to bring Monodum back to
Oh,
life.
yeah, like that. Actually, yeah.
Monodum is still alive, though.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a resurrection on Monodum's corpse.
Uh-oh. He's more serious than
Monodum's gonna
Himiko.
kill them all.
Well, he's gonna kill Monotaro next, I'm sure.
Oh? So resurrecting the dead was actually possible this whole time?
What if Monophony kills Monodam and she's the last one? That'd be kind of funny.
Oh, I'm gonna
There's
close
no way
Opera.
it's possible.
Yeah, close that, just so I can get better running.
What if they all died?
What if everyone died? Wouldn't it be funny?
No.
Yeah, then it would be very sad.
There's
It's
no
going to
way
be.
that could happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us. Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is.
If our transfer student isn't the culprit, then blame falls to one of us.
Who? Who did it?
Yeah,
Step
yeah.
aside, Half Pint. I'll handle this. I don't know about Tenko, but I'm pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie.
What? Why?
Don't play dumb with me, creep show. I already know what happened.
Oh, this should be good.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research lab.
That's true.
Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm.
That's
the
awesome.
Classroom broke in. And
Broke
murdered
in.
the fuck out of Angie.
I think it's the front one. The front one was the one that would have a key.
Yeah, but supposedly this one's really easy to unlock too, right?
Well, on the back, yeah. That is a sliding lock.
Oh yeah! I'm a fucking genius!
Moogie's account.
Samugi, oh, because she was locked in.
She would not unlock the door.
Check on the dog. Wow.
Okay.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kiyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kiyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kiyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating
It's a
worm.
lie.
You went to the
You freaked
classroom,
the fuck
broke
out when
in,
you saw that.
and murdered the fuck
Yeah,
out
but
of
I don't
Angie.
have anything that actually,
Oh
Yeah, I know, but like, still,
genius!
he already lying.
it's true.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kiyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kiyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kiyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom,
Whoa.
That wasn't it.
Whoa.
Oh. No, he wouldn't. No, she would not have. You fool. You fool. You absolute buffoon. In your defense, you showed your weak spot.
Kill Angie.
Next, you're going to say that Kiyo burst into the room.
And then Keel burst into the room.
But
Ah!
anyone could have taken that katana.
Oh,
So that rusty katana
Nani?
You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kiyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in.
Yo,
That's wrong!
Fucking moron.
No, Kiyo would not have been
Rude.
able to enter Angie's lab.
I'm just using her own words against her, John.
no, fair enough.
Isn't that right,
Continue.
Smoogie?
Yeah. Before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
Which is funny because there's nothing in the orange text that implied that at all. I had to literally attack, and then she was like, "No, she couldn't have done that. She wouldn't have just opened the door." It's like, well, you didn't say that.
And Kiyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
That's all right. Moon logic.
Kiyo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
What was the moon logic? I don't even remember. Do you remember the moon logic?
yeah, it was like, you know, they were frozen for multiple years type of shit. You know, like stuff like they're in a computer the whole time. And Hajime was the ultimate despair. I don't know. A lot of stuff.
Oh, was that Danganronpa 2?
I mean, it's
I thought it was Danganronpa 1 as well.
it's to explain like a lot of like stuff about like lore shit that you have to find out during a trial.
It's fucked up. Stuff that might retroactively make sense, but in the moment you're like, how does any of this work?
Yeah.
I guess.
I had no desire to kill her in the first place.
So
That's what a
whoever
killer
killed
would say.
Angie must have been one of the student council
Nice
members,
try,
yeah?
Patrick.
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer. Can't believe you actually got it.
Oh, how clever.
You can just ignore her, Gonta.
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo, Samugi, and Himiko.
Well, it can't be Himiko. She was besties with Angie. I trust their friendship. You guys do too, right?
Yeah, of course.
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
That trims our list of suspects down to 3. Gonta, Samugi, and Kibo.
All right, I just had a thought. I can't see Kibo from here, but he's got a cowlick, so I play as Kibo next. Or Kyo takes off his hat later and I play as Kyo next. But those are my crack theories.
Yep. The culprit is one of those 3 people.
You mean one of those 2 people? Because a robot ain't people, Jack.
I will
Robophobic.
let that remark slide. Anyway, aren't these accusations just a tad too hasty?
Okay, wait a second. Didn't we get into an argument over this? I tried to call Kibo a person, but you guys said he wasn't a person, technically.
He's not.
I said no such thing.
I swear to God, I feel like I got into an argument with someone about this. Where I was like, yeah.
Well, even despite it, saying like, even if it's technically correct, saying the phrase like robots aren't people is kind of loaded with a lot of emotional trauma.
I mean,
Robots aren't people while there's a fully sentient robot right there.
Yeah, I suppose in context, it's pretty inappropriate.
Yeah,
but I'm curious.
That's it.
I'm just curious about the like pure technical, you know, linguistic classification. Like, is a robot a person or not?
No.
Can I fuck a?
I mean, yeah.
Yes, the culprit should
That
confess
part's
The phone
already.
did not want any of that.
Boy or Samugi.
Fair, honestly.
Well,
I mean, you can.
Not Gonta. Gonta would never kill Angie.
Yeah, Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
Hey, stick up for me too.
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone.
Everybody's so
Gonta,
dirty to
don't
Kibo.
I know, poor Kibo.
Torture might be a bit too far, but Gonta and I aren't the culprits.
And I'm not the culprit either. Jeez.
Uh-oh, I think we're gonna have 3 people talking at once.
Wow.
I'm not the
not
culprit.
culprit.
Not the culprit.
Mass panic debate start.
You must consider other possibilities. Surely there must be a suspect
Would
outside the
not
student
betray
council.
student council.
You have to shoot it.
Like this? Oh, okay.
Alibi for last night.
A dead chick
not just
can't be the
anyone can open
culprit.
that door. Only student council members had access.
Look, I don't know who the
I
culprit
didn't know
was,
robots told such boring lies.
but it's definitely not me.
Is that a robophobic remark?
One of Gonta's said, ask bug friends. They'll tell you.
Can you counter that?
You must consider other possibilities.
I don't think so.
It's like, actually, I don't think they will
Betray
be.
student council.
And do you have an alibi for last night?
A dead chick
Not just
can't be
anyone.
the
I already
culprit.
immediately have a lead. I know exactly what to do.
Only student council members had access.
Yeah. Look at this bullshit.
Oh, Kokichi's telling a lie? Weird.
Oh, man.
Counter.
No, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
He fucking said it with his closed eyes and everything. Like,
About Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have.
Either you're stupid, or dumb, or playing dumb.
Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
No, I'm pretty dumb.
Pull out some thin needles, stuck them into the keyhole. Click, click, click. Clack. Open sesame.
Oh, that happened? I totally forgot.
Is open sesame like?
Yes.
So that's what where it comes from. I never noticed that. Open
what?
says open says a me. That's what open sesame is. Open says a me. That makes so much sense.
Isn't it like an Arabic folktale where that comes from, though?
Maybe. I mean, but they sound equal. Maybe it's. Maybe there's some discrepancy, but I mean, that sounds pretty fucking likely.
You gotta localize it somehow. All right.
It's the guy that
John's
was,
actually right.
It was like the guy was trying to get into a door or something, and the guy said that the secret password was the name of a grain. after it opens, so he just get loads of brain until he finally said sesame.
What if it's
Something
a
like that.
What if it's a pun though?
What if it's a pun?
Then good.
That's the most thing.
So you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember.
Please don't grab my neck again.
Yeah, I did it. I killed Angie.
Hmm.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie. The culprit was me, all along.
What?
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins. And it helped. I feel so much better. Whew!
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
No, he's lying. I think. Maybe?
He's lying. I'm certain of it.
That's the worst.
No, definitely not a lie. I killed Angie. Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
Then let me ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Huh? What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room. They used a different method.
What different method?
Oh boy, it's the class trial.
Yeah, Mumbles.
Steven, I'm glad you're here.
And explain yourself.
Yeah.
There were 2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
The back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
On to my back door.
The back door had a sliding lock, yes.
Right.
How was it locked from the outside?
Gotta love a good old-fashioned locked room murder.
The culprit used a certain tool.
Well, the culprit used to lock the light. Was. Do I really need to mind mine for this?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah, you gotta
silly.
play Minecraft.
Play a silly little gimmick game.
I believe it's white into yellow, yellow into pink, or something like that, right? Pink into white.
You've already found the thing you need to clear up. Just clear it up.
Oh shit.
Or-
I wasn't even paying attention. I was just playing Minecraft.
Let him play Minecraft. I want to see him game. Mom, get out of my room. I'm busy playing Minecraft. I guess with the ability you got, it doesn't decrease the time when you break a block. What?
Oh, never mind.
Oh, that's the sheath.
I lied. Shit.
Blame Steven for that. I was just playing Minecraft. There it is.
Nope, you gotta uncover the whole image, silly.
My god.
The whole damn thing.
There we go.
Ta-da! Claire!
The skull is in there too.
That's kind of entertaining.
I gotta have like 3 or so options, you know.
That's Danganronpa V3. We gotta have V3 options.
Katana that was stabbed into Kaede's effigy. The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
Do you think phones are robots?
You're asking this because your phone tried to leave you when you said you wanted to fuck the robot.
It's probably just because my pocket is loose, and whenever I wear shorts, things fall out of my pocket, especially when they're big.
Now, obviously, the phone was trying to leave.
But like, come on, dude. Is a phone a person?
I don't know.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock because...
Because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
That evidence rings a bell. Specifically, a school bell.
Huh? Are you talking about a different school? What school was it?
Now, that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
Ooh, the gold leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it. So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock.
Oh, I get it. So they stabbed the Kaede effigy from the door side. And then when they shut the door, the lock hit the katana, pushing the lock into place, which would then make the katana swing around. I think that's how it works. Something like that.
But wait, how did they move it with the katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
The clue that might give us the answer is the layout of the area itself.
Layout of the area.
It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigies hung upside down.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
Yes! The best minigame in the series!
Yes.
Yeah, collect those Mario Kart cubes.
Does this qualify as a crazy taxi?
You got boost power! Right on! Think faster, I'm about to run off the road.
Think fast, chuckle nuts.
Love the synthwave vibes. We going to the desert? We're going to the desert.
Next question. I love this game. This mini game. Danganronpa V3O can go fuck itself.
Let's make it fucked.
This minigame is stupid.
You're stupid.
You're stupid.
I like the snowboarding minigame from Danganronpa 2 more.
I like both of them.
You like that? You like that? You like that?
You don't like Tony Hawk's Psych Taxi 3?
Well, it reminds me of that one Alien game on Cool Math Games.
Oh, you mean Run?
Yeah.
Never played that one.
It's really good.
Oh,
At least
is
I
that the one
remember.
where you run?
Yeah, the very same.
Huh.
But who could forget the sequel, Run 2?
What do you run to?
This is so convoluted.
But isn't it cool, Cole?
You see,
It's like-
Luigi's a nerd, so in order to like entice himself into like actually solving the case, he has to imagine himself as someone that gets bitches.
It's really not that convoluted, but yeah, that's yeah.
I was talking about the idea that they hung all of the effigies upside down so that one could turn and knock a lock with a fucking.
Oh, you're talking about the actual murder? Yeah, the murder in this chapter is kind of fucking stupid.
What if instead of picking up bitches, I was picking up effigies in this car?
You're picking up dolls.
PNGs of your dead friends.
It's a fucking Rube Goldberg machine.
Is that really any less weird than what's happening? I mean,
Thinking time.
Killing time.
That's what you do in this game.
Pass to the center. Pass to the center. Pass to the I ran over 3 people today. It felt pretty good.
You can murder the people in this. You just choose the wrong answer.
It's true. I don't want to do that though.
It's pretty funny. You just the blood splatter, and you're like, oh, oops.
Into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
And the blackened is Shuichi. He killed people in his mind.
Effigy spun?
That's a bit convoluted.
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist.
Oh, that makes sense actually.
Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
You would have to set that up so
So the
precisely.
culprit used the katana's
Yeah.
counterspin to push the lock into place?
The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope and then swiftly leave.
Honestly, you could say that about a few murders in Danganronpa, Cole. This is not too far-fetched, honestly.
This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock.
I don't know. I think the ultimate baseball star, you know, hitting a button with a like a circular object is more realistic than this one. Because, you know, at least we know he's the best at baseball. This is just kind of fucking like, hey, get lucky.
Ah, the killer was Peko. Only she could manipulate swords like this.
Thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside. Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked.
Maybe the killer just really likes spinning.
By using the effigy with a katana.
I know I like spitting. That's a neat trick.
I like spinning till I get dizzy.
Is she patrolling?
Yes. She's weird. Ignore her.
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it. As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple
Hello,
times,
Doggo.
they could keep trying until it locked.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, as to avoid detection.
Forgot that they draw angel wings on Angie's
Since the student
portrait.
council prohibited anyone from walking around at night.
And a little halo.
Who the fuck did that? Oh, I get it. It's instead of an X.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault? I didn't say that.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up so we think it was some kind of ceremony. That way, we wouldn't notice the lock trick.
So much
He
time.
did say earlier that he could have kept the lock closed. I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
A lie.
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Me when the dog pees in the carpet.
Oh no.
Man, you guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
You're telling the truth this time, right?
I can't even trust this guy when he admits to a murder. He's the worst.
Yeah.
I want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious. Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
That's a terrible plan.
It happens. It happens in Among Us.
Fucking lies. Go sit in the corner and play with yourself.
Okay, I'll start right now.
All right. So, who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
You. I can't hold it up anymore.
What the
What's
fuck?
the matter? You going soft on me now?
Who made the lock-through mystery doesn't matter, since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Whoa! Whoa!
Finally! Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
I can't escape, dude! I can't escape.
This character sucks.
Should we talk about now?
We must
Thank you, Gonta!
Thank you, Gonta.
That's so funny, Gonta.
Thank you, gentlemen, Guns and Gonta.
Thank you, Gonta. Very cool.
That's hilarious.
Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry.
I fucking hate it here.
Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi,
Yo.
Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Technically, Himiko's a suspect.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was
Oh, great. Now you're agreeing with Mini Hitler. You see what this case is doing to you?
Well, it's funny. Initially, it's like we wouldn't put we wouldn't pit Himiko against everyone. She was total besties, and now he's like, fuck it. She's still suspect.
Also, technically, Steven, I said it first, so Kokichi's agreeing with me, so he can suck it. I don't actually know if that's any better. I'm just arguing semantics.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove
That-
using my recording function.
It's fine. That's just a waste of time. A suspect? Never kill Angie!
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself
Another
off the
mass
suspect
panic debate.
This time with 4 people. Or 5.
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
Suspect Rangers?
The Sus Rangers.
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down!
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect rangers.
Steven, were you slightly late to the stream because you slept?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't miss anything. Don't feel bad. You really did not miss anything.
I was happy that people get to join and they get to enjoy watching the serial tape drama.
Yeah, I'm happy when people are with me. That way I don't feel alone, locked in a room with a bunch of 17-year-olds and one of them killed. The rest of them are going to die eventually. Kind of depressing, honestly. And the robot that everyone shits on for some reason.
Also, there's a talking bear.
Oh, Gonta. Oh, Monokuma. I thought you were personifying Gonta.
No,
in some way.
Monokuma's just here. He's so checked out.
Saying personifying Gonta makes it sound like he's not a person.
Question, you know?
Well, I mean, there is a term I'm trying to think of, but I'm not sure what it is. Persona. Not for personified.
My persona is a Gonta.
Man, he's an animal, if you know what I mean. Oh, what a gentleman.
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Wait, to what question? Oh, what would you say to not be as suspicious anymore? I see.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
I want to know what
I didn't mean to do
happened
that. That's all right.
too, but can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
Is that one on purpose?
What do you mean?
No.
Okay.
No.
I think that was automatic.
The first one was automatic, but it was short, and I was trying to click A, but I clicked A on the next message without letting it play all the way through.
And then that one was also
By two separate murderers,
But that
you
one
know.
I caught on, and I didn't do it too early.
So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim.
Yeah, Tenko's murder is kind of
Figure
irrelevant
out
right
who
now,
killed
right?
Angie.
We don't know that for sure. if there's a possibility that it's the same killer, and the evidence from the second murder could lead to the first. So until that's ruled out, it's not technically irrelevant.
If it's not the same killer, then the entire thing would be a massive waste of time.
That's true, but it also could be the only way to know for sure who the killer of the first person of Angie was. So, who knows? We'll find out.
Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless! Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you!
But also, the people in here are human, or at least, you know, written as such. Except from you.
Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her?
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS. You didn't give two shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
Kokichi, enough!
No. It's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive. But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously! It's way too late to realize that now. Our only option is to face her death head on.
Himiko, listen to me. Your friend died.
Is the lighting of his
No, it's
phone
fine.
like a galaxy picture?
Yes, he's like Rosalina.
He's awesome. I love him.
Oh my god!
I mean, he's the ultimate astronaut.
Also,
Yeah.
Kaito's main shirt kind of looks like the undershirt kind of looks like Nagito's, but
yeah, a little bit.
It's a little silly.
It does. It has a similar design on it. I wonder if that's intentional or not. Maybe he's Nagito's cousin or something.
He hasn't even gone to space, by the way. He's the ultimate astronaut.
Not all astronauts go to space. Some of them don't make it past training.
Not very ultimate, then, is he?
I mean, you know.
Himiko, I understand what you're going through.
Where's the cool pep talk?
I think he's gone through like all the necessary training to be an astronaut.
Together to find the truth.
He's so
I'm not
stupid.
gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Yeah.
He's book smart, not people smart.
You don't have to be smart to be an astronaut. They just let anyone be that.
Yes,
John, John,
Rocket science?
Come on, it's not rocket science. Come on.
It literally is.
John's like, you guys are stupid. He doesn't know anything about rocket science. Now, aerospace, on the other hand.
Now, SpaceX.
Fuck up.
Kaito! Alright. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless. The name of the curse is... Death Curse!
Might want to change the name of that curse.
I suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Listen up! All you guys are gonna help out too. Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run. I won't forgive something so messed up.
Tenko was our friend.
Kaito's back,
Don't
baby.
you want to know why she died too?
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting
Oh yeah, he's not
sidetracked
acting
here.
suspicious as hell.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death. Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on!
Yeah, it's very helpful because then if it's a two-person situation, that he'd be like, "Wow, you killed someone. You're not allowed in the group."
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Finally, you noticed.
I just feel like they should exhaust Angie's thing before moving on.
Well, I don't know. It's a group of a bunch of people. Are they kids?
Yeah.
Kinda, I think.
A group of bunch of, I mean, practically kids, if not young adults. Like, they'll just do what they want. Monokuma's just like, I don't fucking know. Yeah, this is good television. Yeah, he's just eating popcorn and punting his kids. Like,
you know, drinking wine, getting day drunk.
That's the kind of person moderating this.
I love Monokuma.
It's the Wild West, man.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were 2 different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
They're not wrong, but I don't mind going over Tenko's case. But that was an abrupt change of topic. Was that intentional?
So what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Tencrotch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious.
Tencrotch?
You know, she's dead.
Yes.
You think this... I was gonna call her what,
No.
You think this piece of shit cares?
Thank you. Look at Himiko.
The people who attended the seance. Was Himiko wasn't in there, was she?
She was.
That's right, that's right. I think it was these, right?
Yeah.
It was me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those 4 are the culprits!
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the 4 is really Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
Huh. Is it possible it's Himiko and she's just suggesting that we get away from one thing where she's the culprit and partially suspicious to one where she's also the culprit but less suspicious?
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either.
What are you talking
I was
about?
not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
What are you talking about, you dumbass?
She did choose the middle room. But someone could have just modified that room and the other rooms.
You just yeah, every single room. In fact, we have evidence for that.
Yeah.
Someone almost...
Oh, is it possible that someone modified them all in advance before the seance was even decided?
Fucking...
So, doesn't that point to Kyo or whoever was planning to commit this murder?
Baby Hitler literally almost died of blood loss. We were almost free.
Now, Monokuma wouldn't. He would have turned him into Mekokichi or something.
It's like, oh, no, more than 2.
The status quo!
Actually, I don't know if the 2 clause is in this one, so, I mean, if he died, there were 3 culprits. Actually, I guess 2, right? Whoever set up this one.
We wouldn't have figured out who killed Kokichi. No special loss.
Ugh.
The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
Must be referring to...
The floorboard thing?
Oh, I thought maybe it was the hole in the corner.
Oh no!
Wouldn't try the all the way to the... Where's the floorboard? Yeah, is it all the way on the right?
I guess this.
Another? Is it just a different floorboard?
Door open. Make sure not to go high, especially high right now. Like in terms of voice volume. You're really scanning it. Here.
There.
How much time do they have?
I don't know.
You're talking
You're
about the
30
floor,
seconds.
right?
Do you remember what I said though?
Yes, to not be loud.
Okay, yeah.
Huh? Under the floor?
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person can move through.
I knew it was there. I just couldn't fucking see it in this non-lit room.
How is that different than the other floorboard you suggested?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I think they both lead to the same place, but oh well.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
Let's entertain this idea, Kyo.
It's appearing before me.
I'll entertain your idea.
Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer. The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
You say it's Kibo.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain.
Oh, you know what? I don't know why I would think that was a contradiction.
Damn it! The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black through the floor.
Because it wasn't. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
Oh no, he couldn't have because it was too bright.
Yeah, wouldn't that have like illuminated the whole fucking room?
Absolutely.
Yep. That bitch is powerful.
And his eyes are bright.
It was able to light. You were able to see below the floorboards while his eyeballs.
They were so bright he lit the candles in the room. Crazy.
Whoa! Threaded the needle!
Are you kidding me?
Threaded the needle.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Man, I was so hyped I completely forgot I gotta comment.
It turns out this text is paper thin.
I was like, I got so hyped I had to remember I can't be too loud. I was like, Jesus Christ.
That was crazy. That was unprecedented.
Threaded the needle.
Kibo's flashlight function. Huh?
No. Kibo could have used.
Just, yeah, right there. And
Damn it!
Okay, maybe it's the room itself. Oh, what's the other bullets? Oh, the corner! Oh, in the corner. There would have been a light leak. That's what that's what I'm thinking.
There is space under the floor so you can see what was dropped. Yeah, okay. Whoever was in the corner, because everyone was in a different corner, right? Kyo would have seen that light, basically.
Well, Kyo was on the. This was the corner that Himiko was at.
Oh, okay, so Kimiko would have said that. Seen that.
And then it'd be Kyo. Actually, no, I think that would have been what's his face, Baby Hitler, and then to the other side is what's his nuts? Oh, Himiko, and then it's.
Alright, so I don't know.
It's you,
actually.
Okay,
that didn't work either.
Okay, so it was the loose. Oh wait, yeah, that's another one. If they were using a light, they would have seen directly at the middle of the room.
So? Oh, you mean because the floorboard would come loose?
Yeah.
Because it was not loose before the seance? I swear to God, I'm gonna use this, and I'm just gonna take one more health hit, and we're gonna be like, okay, well, it's not that, and then we're gonna move on. I swear to God.
Kibo's. Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could function.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
What?
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
Okay, what about... Okay, hold on. Did you go through all the evidence?
Yes.
Okay, the other option is that that's the wrong yellow text to use it on.
I really don't know what the cage shot would help me with here.
If they were under the floor.
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh?
Is it the first one, but with the hole in the floor?
Yeah, I think it might have
Get
been.
under the floor and sneak into the empty
Because
room.
Because
with
she,
the
all that she's saying is
I said, hold on a second.
the villain can physically access it, whereas
Can you highlight, go check out Kibo's flashlight as like an evidence real quick? I want to see if it mentions that it's too bright.
it does. It says it's blinding.
Okay, then
That's why I was like, that must be it.
that one's got. I feel like that's the one that's gonna be used on Kyo.
But didn't you do that first?
Yeah.
It wasn't dark.
On Kyo?
So maybe it's this one.
Yeah, you try that first.
Yeah.
Oops. I don't care. I don't need a weak point. I just need to fucking progress. God damn it.
This is the stupidest bullet point ever.
I don't think the
Literally
culprit
bullet
used the
point.
light while under the floor.
It's quite literally blinding.
There's a hole in the corner of the room. If a light were used, it would have leaked through, and we would have seen it.
There are like several points in the room where it would have leaked through. The floorboards were loose.
It's not the game's fault. It's Spike Chunsoft's.
All of them were loose. They were literally placed on top of the board, the beams.
I am the culprit.
There's no way there wouldn't be any light leakage anywhere else in the room besides the
I
corner.
thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
All right. You made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Tell him, Kibo.
Enough with the flashlight! It's way too bright!
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny? Going to think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Don't say it like that.
Sweet boy.
Better
And
off
for the
not
love
being
of
used
God,
to this
don't
class.
thank him.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that.
Gonta, are you getting better at dealing with murder? Yeah, thanks.
That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
Boy, that sounds really familiar too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
Her corpse didn't have any trace.
That's really funny.
Like Nagito.
That's really funny. Monica being like, how original!
Daring today, aren't we?
Yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
When? So not during seance?
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
That's not possible. She was alive at that point.
It was the point of no return, Tinko. After this point, you mustn't speak. Yep, I do remember him saying that, and then she spoke.
Yes, she was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
Oops.
The floorboard was removed,
Boing.
so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside Cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
But she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
A different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads.
Fucking Mew. You're useless.
Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think! If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your limp dick brains!
I hate you so much.
Yeah.
Why did it have to be Tenko? Why couldn't it have been you?
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Ooh, like that.
When Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast. So fast, no one saw.
Yo, can you shut up?
Lifted the cage.
It was me.
Himiko is the culprit!
There's no down! When Tenko got killed,
Monaco, can you just like duct tape her mouth and just like shove her in the corner for a little bit?
He'd like it, is the problem.
Yeah, probably.
Baby Hitler, can you just give her like a shot of like what they give those dogs when they need to be put down?
Cock shotgun. Oh, I'll give her a shot.
Oh my god.
That's the only way. Cause like, what's the least satisfying way to die?
I think giving someone a lethal injection is both cruel and unusual.
Okay. Well, what's a humane way to kill someone that they cannot find any arousal whatsoever from?
Bullet to the head.
People get
Just a very quick shot to the face.
People can get horny about anything.
Yeah, what you do is you kill her without her knowing it, because then she can't fetishize the possibility
Fire
of death.
Phoenix, how do you kill a person without them being able to fetishize it?
This is a very strange conversation we're having.
Wait, if it's cruel,
Every
and
conversation
unusual,
we have
if
in
it's
Danganronpa
cruel
is
and
strange.
unusual to euthanize something, then why do we do it to dogs? Is that the only option we have?
Oh, it's fine. We tested on people first.
Shut up, John.
Blow them up!
Moving on.
So we're
Destroy, build, destroy.
We're under the predicament of Mew is being awful, and she's proposing something she has no evidence for and letting everyone else do it while she makes moaning noises.
Yeah, the most Mew thing I've ever seen in my goddamn life, and I have to suffer through it and figure out like how to shut her up by contradicting someone's statement.
Just blow her up.
Done at any time.
Okay.
Have we heard of Yakub? No.
She was dead when the cage was lifted.
Jakub. One of our friends.
Alright.
One of our friends we like. Oh yeah, just shoot her.
It didn't work.
Why didn't it work?
I don't know.
Was lifted.
Ooh, like that.
When Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast.
Oh, it couldn't have been the moment the cage was lifted, because Where's the cage? In the cage. Because Tenko's blood was on the bottom. Yeah, I feel like that's...
So fast, no one saw.
Yeah, I feel like that's... Alright.
Their moms are just as horrible. Fast forwarded.
I feel like I'm watching some sort of... Nah.
How do we hit the mute button on just this character in particular?
You just turn off the audio every time she's on screen. Simple.
See, funnily enough, if you actually turn every single sound in the game to 0, she's the only one playing at max volume.
You've got to be kidding me.
That's crazy.
Delete the voice line in the code. Just replace every sound effect that this character makes with like a blank wave file.
Yeah, so when you try to do that, it just replaces every character with her. It's really weird. I've never seen a game do that.
Yeah, it's weird. And if you try to uninstall the game, an army of Mews will just show up behind you.
the Mew heads will show up in your Twitter.
Mew heads.
If you try to remove her assets from the game's files, a Mew plushie will appear on your bed and kill you.
Suck your dick and call you gay.
I'd rather she not do that. For
It's the
multiple
white
reasons.
sheet, that's why.
She would do that, but she's also awful.
The cage the whole time.
Although I think she would just say a slur afterward because she is this type of character. Then threaded the needle. Go on, Steve. What? Oh, I thought you. Yeah. Okay.
Why? I'm stuck here forever listening to Mew's horny bullshit.
I don't want
sucks.
I don't want to be here anymore, Philip. You better hit this shot.
I'm trying.
Or I'm gonna go heat up some wraps or something. Cause I'm kind of hungry. At a very stupid.
Got it. I got the V.
Super accuracy.
No.
He did it.
wasn't possible to kill the moment the cage was
Super accuracy. I missed 4 times, but the last shot was on point.
Take the shot.
because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood.
I either really miss or really hit. Super accuracy.
That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If
I'm 100%
Tenko
right
was stabbed
30% of the time.
There wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
What? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here!
I want to slam the desk. There are people sleeping, but I want to slam the desk.
Still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
Dude, you have no evidence for this.
I'm gonna prove it
No
right
evidence.
now. My golden
Monokuma.
brain is gonna go all out!
Throw her in the forever box. You got it! Here you go!
The forever box.
Monokuma, throw her in the penis explosion chamber and have her penis exploded.
But the views we're getting for this, though.
That was the moment.
Terrible, terrible views.
Got the fuck out of Tenko through the cage! They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the cage. And that clean white sheet got stained blood red!
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
Yeah, what part of the neck? Dumbass.
I think that would be the answer.
The answer lies.
She wasn't that far from the cage's gap.
I don't even know if I missed or if that was just the wrong one.
Case, the person who lifted the sheet is the... And that's none other than Phyll! The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage...
Yeah, I feel like it's the murder stone.
If it's not that, maybe it's the sickle, because then it's like it was only.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. The only thing is like the sickle is only tipped blood.
The fact that we have to prepare for Danganronpa Moon logic is bullshit.
Yeah, because the sickle's only tipped with blood. It doesn't have the whole thing. It would imply it goes through her.
I mean, also she bled out slowly.
Bent over with her forehead
Like,
against the
it
marker
said she
stone.
didn't die straight away.
Yeah, no one else seems to know that or pay attention to it though.
3 feet tall.
We're a bunch of goofballs.
The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko.
Running for
while she was in that
convenience.
position.
Then I messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
You
No worries,
fucking
Mew.
failure.
Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
Yeah, no worries.
No!
Gonto, do not help her.
She's getting off to it.
Right. Then it's impossible for
Do not
Tenko to
help
have been
either
killed
of
through
these
the
people.
cage.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person. What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
With the thing.
What are you talking about? That's not possible.
Then where'd the blood
You don't
come
know
from
that.
on the
Some things are
stupid
impossible
sickle?
for a human, but not for a spirit.
Unless
Don't say
Angie
stupid
grabbed
stuff like
it.
that. Screw spirits.
Stop that now.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? Why?
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible. Spirits can't be culprits.
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Well,
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done that!
wait, I know. What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage? If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have
I agree with
noticed.
Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
I'm done with this fucking trial.
You have 5 minutes left.
I mean,
There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Maybe the culprit.
that would
wouldn't
explain
want
why
to
the
hide in
cage
first
weighed
place.
more before. It took 2 people to put it on her, but only 1 person to take it
The
off.
culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
They she's referring to. Wait, I wasn't paying attention.
Who could have killed Tenko from inside the cage?
The only person that could have fit was Himiko, I think. Okay, well, it wasn't Himiko.
Well,
Or at least we're not suspecting Himiko. Herself?
Who could have killed?
Why would she do that?
I believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
What did you say?
All right, this is where I predict the rest of Himiko killed Angie, Tenko killed herself. I guess is basically like how we're going forward.
Are you saying Tenko is the
Do you think they really kill off this precious little bean?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, fair. This is Danganronpa.
Remember Danganronpa 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, so do I.
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things.
I don't. What happened?
She volunteered to be in the cage and then stabbed herself during the seance. It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right? If Tenko
That's where
had
it was
stabbed
found.
herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
Yeah, she had enough
So she
energy to
took
do
off the
that, and
floorboard
also
to
the
get rid
blade
of the
was
sickle?
all the way in the corner, so she just threw it while she was under the cage.
What she did is she threw it through the cage into that hole in the corner, past Himiko.
Yes, that makes sense, Dagonta.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me.
Thank you.
There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Not the angle, but
Maybe I
sure.
wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Yeah?
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right?
Yeah.
Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
You know what's fucked up? Okay, so let's say Himiko killed Angie, right? Let's say Tenko and Himiko do like each other. Clearly Tenko liked Himiko. If Tenko was inhabited by the spirit of Angie, like if the if the seance worked, then Angie through Tenko's body would be like, oh yeah, Himiko killed me. So what if Tenko committed suicide to help her friend? Was that what happened?
Really?
But with no, with your phones.
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
Take us down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial, so she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her. Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
Actually, Himiko would have lived.
Saying? Tenko wasn't like that.
She did red flag a little bit at the end, though.
Keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else.
What if all of that was just a lie?
A lie?
What if you're lying to me right now about her lying to me?
Last words.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Hypocrite that you are, for you believe the chemicals in your brain that tell you you're chemicals. Will you fight or you perish like a dog?
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Says you.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them. That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
I'm...
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
You set it up, you dumbass.
Got him.
So for now, let's agree to disagree.
Stupid.
No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Oh my god.
I loved it when he said it earlier.
My heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I want to believe in her. She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down.
She wouldn't commit suicide for that reason. She just wanted to protect you.
That's what I want to believe.
She didn't want to be the one to bring you down.
Me too. Gonta, no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
I just realized, is Maki voiced by the Nagisa kid from Ultra Despair Girls?
I don't know.
I feel like she might be.
I think she's...
Because the voices sound very similar.
I think she's Kyoko's voice actress.
Really?
I think so.
Mm.
I don't know. I mean...
All right, I'll give you a reason.
Is there a reason?
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki? If it turns out I'm wrong...
Phil was right, actually. Maki shares voice actors with Nagisa from Ultra Despair Girls.
Yeah, I knew I recognized her after that last voice line. I was like, wait a minute.
But for now,
Nagisa.
I need you to trust in my detective work.
Yeah, he's like the smart older kid of the group with the blue hair.
Yeah, the blue hair one.
Oh.
He's like the last of the kids that you fight before, what's her face?
The worst character. And that game has Nagito in it, so like...
Nagito's great in that game.
Nagito is just so good in that. Nagito post cuckoo cuckoo.
See you guys after the seance.
He was like, Nagito was pretty off his rocker, and then he just got kicked in the shin, like kicked in the bum.
Shuichi doesn't believe it was a suicide. If it's not a suicide, I'm very confused. I don't know what's going on.
There's a way for her to die within the cage that no one is really present for, really. I mean, like, you know, next to her to have it in their hand.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Dick move.
Yeah, seriously, that's funny.
Dick move, by the way.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would
What, Philip?
Did the seance work?
What do you mean? No, I mean...
Did Angie kill Tenko by killing herself in Tenko's body? Is that what happened? Is that what? This is... What? So would that mean that Tenko was the one who killed Angie? Dude, this... Alright.
Okay, suppose that's not the way. Come up with another way.
That's not it?
Suppose that's not it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor.
Fuck.
All the pieces.
That was...
The
suicide theory doesn't work.
The best explanation.
How?
Her plan was to take us down with her.
Suppose it... Okay, suppose it does, but suppose another alternative, okay?
So
Take us down with her. She wouldn't do that.
What if she didn't want to do that, and she was indeed murdered? How was she murdered?
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle.
That she couldn't bring the sickle? But the sickle was on the floor. She could have just known it was there.
What if the sickle, like, wasn't under the floor pre-murder?
It came from the Ultimate Assassin's lab. So could Maki have done it? She could have brought it from her lab, right?
I guess, yeah. That's one way. They would be under the floorboards. Unless they, But if they were under
the sickle file isn't even on here, so I guess that's not what they want me to point towards. The sickle under the floor isn't here.
Finally, with the last of her strength,
what's he
she
saying?
threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
There's only two things to object to.
No, there's one right there where he's saying.
Is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember what he says though.
Her plan was
It's
to
the
take
one
us down
before he
with
says with all of her strength. It's the one before
so
that.
she
Okay.
hid her true intentions.
Oh no, I don't. We're kind of swapping between the bullets when he was saying that.
But if
Let's find
Tenko
out.
did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
Makes sense to go
Could
into.
have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength.
Oh, with the last of her strength.
Okay. Oh wait.
Tenko's final moments.
She threw the
File number 3. What's file number 3 say? Discovered in a vacant room.
Stabbed in the back and neck,
Okay.
resulting in death. No other
sickle
injuries.
underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
Maybe it's asking. It's like, hey, how did she fucking do that if it was the back of her neck?
Oh, I see what you mean.
And why specifically the back of the neck or something?
What was the thing that
So far, suicide seems to be
said
the
back
best
of her neck?
explanation.
It was Tenko's last moments, right? Or was it the file?
It was the
Back of her
file.
neck.
Well, either one.
I guess both of them. We'll try.
Unless it's not that. My other theory is like, okay, well the floorboard one is like, it's to propose that like, how does she do it with the last of her strength if it was all the way over in the corner of the room? Wouldn't you just drop it underneath the fucking?
It's actually true. Actually, I'm gonna go with that and see what happens.
It's
I'm
like one of
curious.
these.
Finally, with the last.
Oh my god.
This is the third time the needle has been threaded.
I guess I'm just bad at aiming. Right here.
Fine. Last of her.
Okay, that's not it. Unless her death was instant.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Okay.
Her plan was
I'm gonna go with last moment.
Yeah, it's like I feel like that's contradictory because it's only if you use that, like she technically had time to be alive still.
How she died in the seance.
But you know, I guess Shuichi's just gonna argue that no, she didn't have much time.
Wait, how do I lie about it? Can I lie about it?
Oh right, lying!
How do you lie?
Oh, you have to hold the button.
And then stabbed herself.
I completely forgot about lying.
Finally, with the last of her strength.
I'm gonna lie about it. I'm gonna prove the suicide wasn't a thing by committing perjury.
Tenko couldn't have thrown the sickle under the floor because she died instantly.
Instantly?
Maki's gonna trust me because she knows the discrepancy.
Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
Oh, that's right, because she knows beyond a shadow of a doubt that it wasn't an instant death. I see. Interesting.
She died instantly.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Maki.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail. Tenko died instantly.
What?
Bond of trust formed.
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
Oh, thank you, Kokichi, for even further clearing all doubt. Thank you, Maki.
How could you forget that, Maki roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
Excuse me?
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway.
It's funny, Kaito's stupid, but he's right in that context.
Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Tenko wouldn't.
There's too many fucking possibilities here. I hate this. I hate the second murder.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No! There must have been a way! We're gonna figure it out!
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance?
Yes.
If you know something,
We
please
did.
speak up. It could be the key to solving this mystery.
Let me guess. There's going to be a debate, and then I'm going to have to present the evidence to someone who's like, I didn't hear anything, or something like that, or I'm going to agree. Oh my god, how did I fucking know? Oh my god, how did I know? How did he? I'm so good at this game.
Ordinary during the seance?
There is
I mean, you're
something
like
that bothers me.
2 games deep at this point.
That the seance failed.
I know. I'm just fucking kidding.
You're infected with the brain rot.
Instead of brain, there is Monokuma.
Now that I think about it,
Oh no.
while we were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
Fuck!
I agree!
Consent.
Consent.
That's what enthusiastic consent looks like.
Fell because of that sound, right?
Her just being like, just that tired smile of her. So funny.
Yay!
Yay!
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. It could have fallen down.
Fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but
Not from the
Sounds pretty loud.
ceiling.
It did seem like
Wow.
something hit the floorboards.
Odd sound like something hit the floorboards. Maybe there's something maybe that has something to do with the other thing that happened in the dark.
The fuck is the question? What caused the sound? Okay.
I'm actually not 100% sure,
I have a pretty good idea.
but
That was after.
Only 20 seconds left.
Oh shit,
panicked.
dude. Damn.
Oh no!
They're gonna think I'm a fraud.
oh jeez. Okay. Nope. Maybe. That sound was like that sound we heard. I want to say either the hole or the sickle itself, or the dog statue. It's pretty fucking heavy. The dog statue fell over and someone put it back up in the dark.
Just the one person.
With magic. It was Himiko.
How'd the hole make a sound?
I don't know. All right, where's the sickle? Right, if it's not the dog, I don't know.
It would have been louder and heavier, but do you really think the dog could have made it?
Well, it couldn't have been the cage.
You would need 4 people to pick it back up, and also it would have fallen on the chalk or the salt, which would have ruined the circle.
Even when the sickle got thrown.
That's what I thought, but I don't really know how to like propose that.
You're missing something that was changed at post seance.
What, the circle?
No.
The floorboard?
Yes.
It could have been the floor. Didn't I already do that? Oh, I did the cross piece.
This is it.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's the floorboard.
I think the floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound. That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
Could the floorboard have made such a loud sound, though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
It is true. There would have been a strong impact to make that sound. But what was it? What could it possibly be?
All right then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now.
This guy doesn't stop.
Nope.
Non-stop.
Oh.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
Actually, you're right. Just kidding.
Actually, nah, you're still wrong.
I was wrong.
Yeah, say it again, Shuichi.
Oops.
Considerable force.
Someone who participated in maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
That thing made of wood, Jesus. It was so heavy and dense.
Then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
A floorboard that comes loose when you step on it is dangerous. God, it's like I'm the only one here who's staying on the ball.
You hardly have any experience with balls to say that, Mew.
Don't be stupid. Don't you know me and Balls are the best of friends?
Why are you so... It's just the one of us just says, like, why are you...
What would have made a strong enough impact to knock the floorboard loose?
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Cross piece. One of the cross pieces that support the loose floorboard in the room the seance was held in. Only the portion that supports the floorboard was cut off. It wasn't broken naturally. It looked like someone had purposefully cut it. Okay.
Judging from
Magic
the sound,
circle.
there must have been considerable
Dried blood. What the hell does dried blood say? That doesn't really help me. I feel like the cross piece has something to do with it. The sound sure as hell doesn't.
Maybe that person
The magic circle being messed up sure as hell doesn't.
That's post-op.
So,
tore off the floorboard.
it has something to do with the cross
That wouldn't
piece.
make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
A floorboard that comes loose when you step on it is dangerous. God, it's like I'm the only one here who's staying on the ball.
You hardly have any experience with balls to say that, Mew.
I didn't mean to do that. That's fine.
Don't you know me and Balls are the best of friends?
Oh. I think the bottom of the text that you shot was probably the follow-up there, but...
So what
Which one of these theories is the correct one?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor, then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
A floorboard that comes loose when you step
So
on
were
it
you
is
saying that my
dangerous.
evidence was correct or the statement was correct?
God, it's like I'm the only one here who's staying on the ball.
You
What?
hardly have any experience.
Because you were
with
like,
balls to
you
say
said
that, do you?
something was correct.
I was saying, okay, so I think it was the one where Tsumugi was like, you could agree with that, Jesus. You could lie about that. You could probably lie about. Anyway, that's the one where Tsumugi is like, someone ripped the floor.
Yeah.
And you sent one out there, I think, and then it was wrong.
So I could probably lie about that.
Maybe, I don't know.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
I gotta pee.
Lying twice in a row like an asshole.
Just keep lying.
I'm really playing Among Us now.
Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
Didn't work. I'm gonna die.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Uh-oh.
Judging from the sound, there must have been
What
considerable
happens if you die? Do you have to like start the trial over?
No, it just starts me from like this debate, from the beginning of this debate again, and I have like less health basically if I hit continue. That's all. And I get like a lower score at the end, I think.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing
It's really not
sound.
that bad.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor, then stood up with
Wait a second.
And you putting something together there, Phil?
I thought I was, because I was like, well, what if the area around the center of the magic circle was the part that was messed up, and so the statue did fall over. I was trying to connect too many dots. I don't think that's right. Could someone have stood up though? What are my evidence?
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
Crosspiece. It wasn't really standing up with such might though. It was like, it's a pretty clear cut. The board wasn't broken, it was cut. So that can't be it.
A floorboard that comes loose when you step on it is dangerous.
Stomp through the floorboard also wouldn't work.
God, it's like
Again,
I'm
it was
the only
cut.
one here who's staying on the ball.
So what the
You hardly
hell?
have any experience with balls to say that, Mew.
Don't be stupid. Don't you know me and Balls are the best of friends?
What if Mia's statement is no? That's gotta be a joke.
Floorboard come loose.
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
Someone participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboards.
How far did you get?
After failing to do the thing I did last time, I haven't tried anything again yet, and I am still at a loss as to what the way forward is.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell
Okay,
over.
which ones do you think it aren't it?
Wooden
But that
statue.
statue was still
Okay.
on top of the cage.
That's 3 options left.
Culprit hide under floor,
Unless you want to count Muse balls
stood up
loving.
with such
Not gonna
might.
count that one.
Okay, so that's
Stood up with such might. Not true. Boards were cut.
there's two options
Someone
then.
must have stomped through the floorboard.
Couldn't have stomped through. Boards were cut. It literally has to be Samugi's.
Why can't it be? Why can't it be stomped through the
God, it's
floorboard?
like I'm the
You think a stomp can do this?
No. It was pre-cut.
Yeah.
So like, if the board is loosely hanging there, you know.
Oh, so they're saying that stomp to the floorboard above the crosspiece, which is what?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I guess it is possible.
Stomp,
So wait. is it-
someone stomped on a shitty piece of wood.
on the ball.
I guess it's the crosspiece that I want.
Why are you so proud
I
of
keep
that?
getting the
Okay.
fucking cross piece and the board one mixed up.
Been considerable force.
Definitely a trial of mixing things up.
That's what happens when two people die.
Yeah. That's probably my sister wondering when I'm gonna go home and pick her up. No. Wrong one.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
Have fun hitting this one. Yeah.
Ring with Kokichi, what does the world come to?
The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
But floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure first time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation, one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was
Hey
cut
Phil,
off.
check if you can pause. Are you able to save?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll save right here for now. Does this courtroom or does this trial go to recess at any point?
I think it might, but I don't know when it does.
I was trying to get to that point if possible, but
That's what I felt like it, but I'm like,
Examining the cut,
you might need to cut it prematurely, and that's fine.
yeah, right.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the cross piece?
That's the question, isn't it?
Tenko's body was at one end of the loose floorboard.
The crosspiece that had been cut was on the other end of the floorboard. The unsupported part was outside the cage, so it could have been stomped on.
So what would happen if that was stomped?
The other end of the floorboard would come up at Tenko.
Yeah.
So, does that mean that all they'd have to do is push the pickaxe into the cage, or just enough that when it pushed up, she came up and into the pickaxe?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
It's a Ruby Goldberg!
That's another one.
Literally the exact same style of complicated nonsense as the thing spinning to get the lock.
As the what?
As the effigy spinning to hit the lock.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, whoever thought about this shit is possibly the same person. It's possible.
Wonder who it could be.
Come on, think. How'd they do it? Hangman's Gambit. Don't fuck up. I remember.
Oh my fucking god.
I think.
Tilted. Could it be tilted upward?
Wait, what's the question? What happened when the loose floorboard was stepped on?
Didn't help. Game over.
He died.
Damn.
is this?
It's really game over.
We can't let it end here.
Game over, man.
Game over, man. Game over.
Game over, yeah.
Woo.
Don't tell me it's gonna say fucking seesaw. Like seesaw effect or something like that? Maybe not. Oh, unless I misspelled it like an idiot.
Yeah, it's SEE. That one's an E.
My bad. I think this is an E.
You also have a button that shows the middle.
I do?
Yeah, if you hold it. Which one of these is it? Try the fast forward one.
That's the right button. That's all you gotta do.
Oh, the A button, okay. Oh, alright. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Alright, anyway.
Time to spell seesaw. I don't know what the second part is.
It's effect.
Okay.
I saw F's. I think this is an F. Yeah.
Yo, he's going hard. He's going hard.
I don't know where the T is. Oh, there it is.
Right there.
I see now.
You mean you saw now?
The effects.
That's right. The floorboard might have been used
Dave.
as a seesaw.
Seesaw?
The crosspiece at one end of the floorboard had been cut off. The other two crosspieces holding up that board were close to the cage, meaning if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece, the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever. A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire
But
body.
Tenko did get murdered. Or so it seems.
Whole body lifted up?
And that means that someone in the room did it.
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw.
What? No, it's just, man.
Was it Kokichi all along? Was it Kyo? Was it Himiko?
How you doing?
Sup?
Was it me?
I did it.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
Huh? How?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
Floorboard seesaw, the cage, the blood on the white fabric.
You're at CEO Otaku?
What conclusions can I draw?
Yo.
from this? CEO Otaku. That's
Go to the
awesome.
restroom and say hi to the Melty Blood players.
Yeah, honestly. There's only one place the sickle could have been that is consistent with the evidence. It was, top of the cage?
That's it.
I thought that was a trick question for a second.
Top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down. The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage. Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place.
Does this mean that Kyo did it? Because he arranged it all, right?
It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble. But the statue's weight kept it from falling over.
And he put the white sheet on and he took it off. So it is, I mean, it has to be Kyo.
Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage.
Bam.
She was bent over, meaning the sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
No, we don't know it's Kyo. I think it was Kyo.
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in her crouch position.
What's fucked up is it doesn't matter. They're not the blackened. That's messed up.
But with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, they could compensate for the blade's length.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So Miss sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact make
Dan,
floorboard
Anji
unloose.
would have fucking... Not
We got
Anji, fucking...
ourselves
What
a
is his
good
name?
old-fashioned seesaw homicide.
Himiko would have died so terribly.
Yeah.
What the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know? They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box. Kudos, culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko. It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Why her?
Both of
Because
these
she was
murders
the only
do
one
have
capable
like
of
magic
carrying
trick
out this
energy.
Yeah, I can see that. That's not a bad observation. They're very precise, that's for sure.
Or is Kyo deflecting because he knows he's boned?
Yeah, he's fucked, so he's like... It was Himiko.
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
And he's using this as a scapegoat, basically.
Where it's
Using-
like, where he realizes, okay, if it's not me, it's her.
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
But I can just be like, all the rooms are like that.
Yeah.
I have this dumbass here that proved it.
We have a guy that almost died of blood loss. Damn it.
You almost killed 2 people.
I almost fell through the floorboards.
You know, Steven, maybe you should be baby Hitler.
No!
No, I love being baby Hitler.
The one who chose the site for the seance.
What if every chapter is just magic tricks, but Himiko is never the killer? That'd be
Cleaner blood.
interesting.
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her
Evil
seesaw trap ahead
Himiko.
of time.
Himiko. Evil.
Also known as
Himiko.
Okimi.
Then she waited for me to host the seance and suggested the
Her
middle
projectile game on Wake Up, insane.
Nah, it's pretty Okimeh.
room. She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it. Then she killed Tenko, all according to plan.
What does Oki mean?
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
Good stream, guys. Thank you, Gravity. Pleasure to see you.
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
It's time to end the class trial and vote now.
Wait!
Not
We
really.
don't know that, right? He's wrong.
This person's
right,
not the
Himiko?
blackened.
Himiko would never kill Tenko.
You know what? I think you did.
Right?
Kill Tinko? I killed Tinko?
Girl boss, stop getting gaslit.
What's wrong, Himiko?
Start gatekeeping.
It wasn't you, bestie.
It's true that using the middle room is Himiko's idea, but does that mean that Himiko really killed Tenko? Would something like that really happen? Something so cruel.
Patrick Bateman delivery.
Yeah, I started slipping into it, so I was like, oh, perfect!
Finally, we could stop.
I'm sorry, guys, but this is where the stream is going to end for the night, and we're going to come back to it next Saturday. So, I don't know why, but like, I am so ready for a cliffhanger, and like, just wait a week and just cool off. Because these shorter Danganronpa streams, I don't know. I'm more mentally prepared for them now.
Philip has to go at 10, no ifs, ands, or buts, and he was on super overtime. He's got people waiting for him this time, which is super bad.
Yeah, it's all right.
We don't even get to voice Monokuma doing a silly little bit.
Anyway, you guys have a good night. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for the laughs. Thanks to everyone. Fire Phoenix, Silverx, Manifestation, Munich, Gravity from chat. Thanks to Jonathan Joestar, Steven
Here,
Universe.
just save and then just like don't even close the game. We'll just leave it on this song.
Okay.
All right. And Phil's gotta go.
I'll see you guys later.
He's gonna grow.
Okay. Bye. Take care everywhere.
I can close stream. That's
Okay.
fine. Say bye to I don't know. Say bye to like
think I said goodbye to everyone.
You say
The
goodbye.
only person I didn't say goodbye to is Cole and you. Bye, Cole. Bye, you.
John and Steven are there.
I just said Jonathan Joestar and Steven Universe.
I didn't get a fun cartoon name.
I said it 10 seconds ago.
Cole said he didn't get a fun cartoon name.
Coleman
Game name. You're Cole McGrath.
Grill. Great.
Bye, Phil. See you Monday.
Bye, guys.
Alright, Phil's leaving. Hey guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Check out the Discord. It's got a bot that auto-updates every time it's a stream. Thank you in text chat to Munich Gravity, Silver Manifestation, and Fire Phoenix for showing up. And then thank you for my friends who wanted to watch children die, Cole, John, and Steven.
And hey, if you're subscribed, why?
Go home.
I'm subscribed. Ow.
Go start a family.
my name is the ex-Japanese Prime Minister. Please start a family. No, I will not give you the resources to do it. I'm just gonna complain about it.
Boy, I hope somebody doesn't like 3D printed doohickey and end my life.
I sure hope no Fallout fan comes to my doorstep.
How embarrassing would it be to be taken out by a fucking doohickey?
Oh man. Is that the fucking thingamajig? They only made one of those in the entire world.
It's the Doohickey 9000.
Yes, the legendary gun Dinglehopper.
I've never seen the gun. I've only thought it. My brain says, "Oh yeah, it's one of the. It looks like a gun from Borderlands." That's all I can remember.
It's literally a Fallout 4 pipe gun. It's so fucked.
I gotta commend that guy for having the biggest balls, because there was like a 75% chance that thing just blew up in his hands.
Oh my god! It's literally held together with duct tape!
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you everyone. Good night. Have a fake hair everywhere. Have fun at CO at Taku Silver. Go say hi to the Melty fans and the Guilty Gear fans for me.
Play library.
Let Meeps do it.
Play library of ruin up.